it to me. I know I'm ill. Score is treacherous. I effortlessly show him skills. Yeah. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheels. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving it soldier chills. My jewelry the coldest chill. Score is treacherous. I effortlessly show him skills. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no fear. See that pain deep in my eyes. They know it's real.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a play fake. Wentz. Man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there. A first down.
First down, Eagles.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On first down, here's Breida. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Jordy. I got one. Hey, watch it. Topper.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Wentz now on first down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Second down.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Bravo.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. We want this.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready up. Mike 4. Here it comes. Match block. Right. Check 3. Slam, slam, slam. That's it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check, lucky. Watch twist. Check the hot read.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Let's go deep.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Watch the edge.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A nice run leaves him just inches from a first. Could they possibly be tempted to try this on 4th and about a foot? Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. Now Wentz will keep it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run, watch the run. Big end.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
2-J. 157.
On play action, Wentz. Now he steps away. There goes a deep ball. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Breida. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at about the Redskins' 32.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Working from the gun, Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, 10, and nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. So quite a turn of events right there.
Indeed it is. I mean, they thought the worst that could happen was they'd get a field goal attempt to break the tie. Instead, interception, long return, and now the other guys have a great shot to go ahead.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run it with Mack. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Looking to run with Mack. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Mack. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On play action, they'll throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Let's get this.
Intercepted by the Eagles. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A final shot before half for Wentz. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is caught. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's a run with Mack. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6. You remember me? You remember me?
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. Wentz going to throw. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Julio Jones, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Ito Smith, his first carry. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They run with Breida. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 36.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? This is Breida. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Wentz going to go on fourth down. It's complete to Fuller. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs.
Baby, that's your baby side. Shit. No. Off.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Get that quarterback. Hey, alert 3. Switch.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll run the screen with Mack. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
And 1.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Your trip is here.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Go. 280! Hey, watch the slant. Jumper. 55!
Shotgun now for Wentz. He finds his target, Fuller. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike. Hey, box drop. Check curls. Check. 50.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough. But, yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for Washington, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to you say doubted me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my